Pedal Magazine here at the World Championships in Andorra at the Junior Men's World Cross. And what a day, Quinton Disera in front of me. Quinton, as we can see from your jersey, it was pretty epic out there.
Yeah, it was really muddy. It started off like slightly drizzling, and then throughout the race it dried up a bit. Didn't really rain that much, and then at the end it just started like pouring, and then the last lap like clouds came in, and it got like really cold. But overall, like, it was a good day. Start went like a bit crappy. Got like almost actually got into a crash. I rubbed like wheels and like a whole body with like this other guy, and then lost a couple places off like the start climb. And then from the beginning of like single track uphill, it was just all like running and like off your bike and trying to get past people, and like and then the downhills were the exact same thing, just all running for at least the first two. There were people running on the third lap as well, but
with these slick conditions, did you find it? I mean, it just happened when the men started. Obviously, it changed the pace and everything else of this race. How do you enjoy races like this?
Yeah, I really like rainy races. I like muddy races just because it gives it like a fun aspect rather than like you have to like blow your brain the whole time. I think of it as like there's like sections that you can blow your brain on, but then there's sections that if you push too hard, you're gonna like lose spots rather than gain them. As I'm like falling, like the second lap coming down the grass switchbacks, I pulled like a huge drift and like my bike like flipped, but I flew over it, but it was like running down the hill with my bike in my hand, and like it was chaos. But I managed to stay up, so and just like hop back on the bike.
In your experience, what would this compare to? I'm just gonna quick pan outside to show everyone what it looks like right now. Yeah. It's pouring rain, and that's why we're sequestered here in another tent quickly. Yeah. What would you compare this to in your experience?
I would compare this to, I went over to Europe earlier this January for Cyclocross Worlds, and there's the race in Hoogerheide, Netherlands. We went there for a World Cup, and it was like this thick of mud, the whole thing, and like it was crazy. And definitely for the mountain bike aspect, I went out going to some of the UCI Junior Series races earlier this spring. We went to Quebec, Germany, and it was like almost the exact same conditions as this, except it poured the first 3 days we were there, and then stopped for the day of racing. So it was like super thick, like slimy mud. But yeah, I wouldn't say I've experienced much of this, but it's awesome.
We'll be back here, back in the World Championships, hopefully next year, or what do you say? If you have something like this, obviously you're prepared for it.
Yeah, I'm really hoping to continue coming to World Championships. And
what's your next step after this?
I'm gonna go home, meet up with my coach Kevin Sims, see what we're doing for the rest of the year, and then start up the cyclocross. I'm hoping to go to Cyclocross Worlds again this January. So it was super fun the first year, so I really want to do it again. And then since next year is like a pretty short year, Worlds is in July, I'm pretty sure, and then the Olympics, I'm hoping to be ready for Worlds and then be able to stay in Europe for a while after Worlds to go tour and stuff. Yeah.
Look forward to seeing you over there. Muddy or non-muddy? Great job today.
Thanks.